While the current budget deficit is partially a result of the national recession, state policy has played a major role. In the 1990s, the Massachusetts state government passed over $3 billion in tax cuts, which disproportionately went to the wealthiest taxpayers. These tax cuts have meant chronic underfunding of public systems. The state income tax is the major source of funding for state programs and services. The question is, will you oppose efforts to lower the income tax rate? Second part of the question, will you support an amendment to the Massachusetts Constitution to allow for a graduated income tax? Christine?
First. So, yes, I would strongly support an amendment to the Constitution for a graduated income tax. I think we need a more progressive tax system. As Joe mentioned, the last 15, 20 years, the state has given numerous tax cuts to corporations. We need to close those corporate tax loopholes. We need to start taxing wealth and things like capital gains rather than the budget being balanced on the backs of working families. So I'm a strong proponent of that. If we don't fix our tax system, we don't have the funding to support families for infrastructure, for public needs that we all have. And so that's a critical piece that we have to look at.
And the first part of the question, Christine, is will you oppose efforts to lower the income tax rate?
Yes.
Thank you. We're going to move over to Craig Rourke, since two candidates kind of took up a little bit of time, so we're going to skip over to Craig.
Thank you, Joe. I'll take the second part last, please. And I'll say that, yes, I would support an amendment to the Declaration of Rights for a graduated or progressive income tax system. For all the reasons that Christine said and more, we need to look at new sources of revenue in order to pay for all of the essential services that we rely on every day. Now for the first part. I'd say that, yes, I would support a reduction in the income tax for hardworking folks and middle-class families. I think they deserve a break, and I think it's been far too long that millionaires and billionaires have been getting a free ride. So it's time for hardworking folks and middle-class families to realize a tax break, and it's time for the richest among us to pay their fair share.
Thank you, Craig. Go over to Erin. Erin, would you like to address the question?
Yes, would you repeat the question, please?
Sure. Will you oppose efforts to lower the income tax rate? And will you support an amendment to the Massachusetts Constitution to allow for a graduated income tax?
Yes, I would. And as a state rep, there is a lot of work to be done in our district. I think part of the job as a state rep is to bring the bacon back to the district. And I think not only do we have to look at big policy, we need to make sure that our district has somebody who can bring local money back to our district for the improvements so our taxes don't have to increase as well.
Thank you, Erin. Nick?
Yes. You know, when it comes to the income tax anyways, I look at our district and we have so many small businesses. We have MIT, we have Harvard, we have all these students coming out, and the last thing I want to be doing is increasing taxes on young entrepreneurs that are creating businesses. I want to give them a tax break to ensure that they keep their business here, that they employ people within the district, and that we can fully, this economy can flourish. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know everything, because I don't. I'm still, I'm still learning, but I'd love to sit down with people if they have concerns and learn, learn this more thoroughly. I feel like there's too many taxes on the small businesses as it is. We have to allow them to grow. So that's where I stand.